Welcome back. My name is Felicia. In today's video, I'm going to give you guys an update on some of the plants I've been propagating lately. I would say in the beginning of my plant journey, I attempted to propagate plants. I tried to propagate snake plant cuttings. I waited a couple months. As you know, with snake plants, they tend to take a long time. That was a complete fail. I attempted to propagate one of my burgundy rubber plants. That was a complete fail. I even attempted to propagate a ZZ plant, which I've always heard was really easy. Once again, complete fail. So I kind of gave up on propagating because, you know, everyone's not good at everything, right? So that just wasn't my thing and I was fine with it. So fast forward several months later, I decided to give propagation one more try with my neon pothos. I absolutely love the pothos plant, and I know it's a pretty simple plant, but I'm all about simple plants that need very little care. If it's easy, go ahead and give it to me. I have no problem with that. So because it took me a very long time to find my neon pothos, I decided to give propagating plants another try. So I went ahead and took that plant, cut it up, put it in my little vials that I got from Amazon, and lo and behold, those propagations took off. Pothos plants are pretty easy to propagate. So guys, if I can successfully propagate a plant, so can you. So in today's video, I'm just going to give you an update on my neon pothos and some of the other plants I've been propagating the last several months. So if you're interested in seeing my plants, keep on watching. Okay, this is the mother plant for my neon pothos. As you can see, I recently put it in a different pot because I had to repot this plant and put it into a larger nursery pot. I always leave my plants, with the exception of maybe like 2 to 3 plants. Each of my plants, I keep them in a nursery pot just because I like to switch around the pots. And I absolutely love the neon pothos. I love all pothos plants. I'm a simple girl. I love simple plants that are easy to take care of. I have other plants that are a bit more of a challenge, but if it's an easy plant, give it to me. So here's what the propagation first looked like when I took the cuttings from the mother plant. As you can see, I cut it from the nodes. And here is what my little propagation looks like today. I am so excited. I have it in this little nursery pot here, and it is just doing so well. As you can see, it's growing like a new little leaf here is unfurling, and I'm just so happy for this. This is small. It may not look like anything to you, but this is like a success story for me. And as it continues to grow, I can give it away to a friend. I can move it to a different location in my house. I'm really happy with the outcome of this. So this is my first little propagation, my first successful propagation. So I decided to go ahead and propagate my philodendron Birkin plant that I used to have. I have 2 little vials here with my Birkin propagation. So here's the first one. I made sure to cut it at the node to ensure that I would have some successful roots. I cut it here at the bottom. So there's node number 1, node number 2, and there's another node there at the side. But as you can see, the roots are growing successfully. There's a new leaf wanting to pop in here, and you know, the leaves still look amazing. So I think this is going really well. Technically, I probably could transfer to soil now if I want to, but I think I'm gonna wait a little while longer just because 1, I like the way it looks in the water, and 2, I really want those roots to develop a little bit more. So here's propagation number 1 of my philodendron Birkin. For my second propagation of my philodendron Birkin, here is what it looks like. I just changed the water this morning, so it's a little bubbly. I use tap water for most of my plants, but as you can see, there's a ton of roots on this one. But there was a little bit of an issue this morning. When I was watering it, I was trying to get this out of here so I can, you know, clean the vial, give it some fresh water, and my 3 leaves popped off, unfortunately. And I don't think there's anything that I can do with the leaves. Let me know if there's any way I can propagate this, because there are some plants out there that you can propagate just using the leaves with no nodes. But honestly, because I don't have any nodes on here, I really don't think there's much I can do with this. So unfortunately, I may have to toss this. Maybe I'll hold on to it for like a day or 2 just for the aesthetic of it all. But so this is what I'm left with. I'm still gonna hold on to this because again, it has very beautiful roots on here. I was trying to pull off like 1 leaf that was coming in brown. I figured that was more than likely dead. So as I pulled that off, that resulted in my 3 leaves, my 3 beautiful leaves being pulled off. I probably could have gone ahead and transferred this one into soil just because again, those roots look amazing on here. But I think I'll give it a little bit of time. I may even wait for this little leaf on here to kind of spring into action. We'll see. All right, so the third plant that I'm currently propagating is another pothos plant. It's my Stathan pothos or my Scindapsus. This is what it looks like. Now, when I decided to clip this from the mother plant, I don't know why I only, cut off this amount. Now, I can technically go ahead and pot this up because you guys saw the neon pothos. It's very tiny. I wish I would have thought to clip some additional cuttings just so the plant could be a bit more full, but it's okay because something small like this, I can put it on my desk. When I do return to the office, I can take it with me. So I don't know if you can see, but this one already has some roots on there. I'll probably wait a little while longer just so those roots can mature a bit longer. So this is what I'm looking like for now. Not much of anything, but the leaves are still pretty healthy. The roots are growing constantly. I've been working on this one now, I would say probably for about a month. So I'm still, pretty early in the beginning stages of propagating this one. The last plant that I'm propagating is a golden pothos. Again, I told you guys pothos plants are like the easiest plants to propagate. So I'm propagating this one. You're probably wondering, okay, why didn't you just cut it at each of the nodes? I decided to leave it long and only propagate, and I need to change the water on this one, but I decided to propagate this long leaf with the 2 nodes, as you can see, because my goal for this one is to plant it directly back into the mother plant, just so I can give it a little bit more roundness and fullness. So this is what it's looking like. Again, I'm gonna have to clean out the water because this water is pretty old, and as you can see, the leaf is kind of coming out of it. But I did include 2 nodes. So there's some roots already growing on, I can actually take it out of here. There's some roots already growing on that top node, and as you can see on the bottom node, there's the roots forming already. I've only had this one in water now for probably about a couple weeks, if that, probably closer to 10 days. And it's already growing roots. If you really want to flex your green thumb when it comes to propagating plants, start with a pothos plant because it's one of the easiest plants to propagate, as you can see from Exhibit A. Those are all the updates that I wanted to share with you today with my plant propagation. If you have any questions, leave them below in the comments. If not, I'll see you in the next video. Bye.